So no, makes my back hurt just saying it.
All right, what's up, good people? It's your boys, the Beards of War, back again. Got myself the Chocolate Avenger, Thick Nick Fury, FBR for President Fat Broken Rambo, aka the digital media demigod. We got the conductor of chaos behind the scenes. Hey, Captain Jack, and Scorched Earth, man. The arson assassin can't be with us today, but family first, family always. Here, at Beards of War. We're gonna touch on it, guys. We're gonna close it out. Fallout season two. This is the season ending, the season finale. There's a lot of storylines going on at once. Do we hit many of them up? I don't know. You tell me. If you guys haven't seen it, spoilers ahead. Make sure you guys come back to let us know what you think. We do appreciate the feedback. But with that, man, I guess we'll get into it, man. We got Kevin as the new Kaiser, and then it kind
Gonna
of
go
rolls from
take
there.
Kaiser's Palace.
There
Yeah.
you go, Kaiser
So
Palace.
so Macaulay Culkin secures the dead Kaiser's body, and in comes like a Praetorian guard, for lack of a better term. And then he finally gets to see the note. He's like, the Legion is me. I'm the Legion. The Legion ends with me. So
Right.
clearly no one is getting the throne, right? So obviously Macaulay Culkin does the natural thing and shanks the guy, and then eats the note, which love the dedication right there, and crowns himself Kaiser. So now Macaulay Culkin is leading Kevin McAllister in the flesh is coming back.
Dude, and I just love the fact that no one just, hey, there's a dead body in here. Anybody want to talk about that at all? No,
Nope.
no, I'm in charge, guys. I know
And,
none of you heard it, but they
yeah,
put me in charge.
does,
See,
does
crown.
anyone else ask about the note you guys have been fighting over for years or
Right,
months,
yeah,
right? Like you guys have been
right.
literally killing each other, berm to berm fighting.
The corpse of your leader just
But hey, man,
disappears.
yeah, Kevin McAllister is going to lead you to glory. So I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we pick up from there, and I'm gonna do storyline by storyline. So I'm just gonna kind of go in order of I don't know what I liked. So
Yeah, whatever order there was.
yeah, so the ghoul is gonna try to breach the vault. We know that he's got cold fusion. He's gonna get it into Mr. House and see, and he's gonna try to locate his wife and his family. So basically, what we have is we have him, Thaddeus and Maximus, and then Maximus gets blown through the gate, releasing all the death claws on the strip. I forget what the actual part of the town is
The
called.
death claws on the strip. I like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So Maximus has like his big hero moment, and he just goes like full Mortal Kombat on that ass. Realizing he's in a new suit with different armament, so that's kind of an interesting time to watch. I felt like this block was kind of hard to get through. Like I felt like he was just there was nothing really unique about each different encounter that we see throughout the episode of him fighting various death claws. Yeah, he dispatches them in different ways, but the best part of it is actually the town folk that are holed up in like the bar and like they're like we should go out and take our town back, and like no one's like I'm not going out there, and they all start taking bets on him living.
Right. Yeah. The Vegas
That
thing.
right, Thaddeus cracks off a shot and tags Deathclaw in the nugget and scrambles a brain pan a little bit. And then he has trouble reloading because he's down to one arm and he's shooting between his toes
Right.
as a set of like bipod legs, which is just
Good
brilliant.
first shot, man. I
Right?
mean, for your first time using your feet in a firefight, I mean, not bad. I give him kudos for that. You know what I'm
That dude
saying?
is in the fucking fight, man. Like you got to respect the game. And then yeah, so that struggle continues on, and then we'll wrap it up. The ending is the joint ending for all the storylines. We also go back to Lucy, who is has discovered the governor's head. Not the governor. I'm sorry, she was a congresswoman. Her
Mhm.
head, the woman that helped Coop hand over cold fusion to the president, Clancy Brown, in the last episode. And her head has been used as kind of like the I don't know the AI alive model
Battery,
of
right? Like I don't know
yeah
what the Yeah, what the purpose of it was. She
Yeah,
just said,
she
"Kill me." That was her only line. Just kill me. They kept asking her to
yeah, it
kill
was
her.
horrible. So she serves as kind of like the attitude of the mind box or the mind control boxes. So basically, like she is not necessarily submissive. But she kind of is like an
Agreeable.
introvert. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
very agreeable.
she's smart and she's dedicated. So like those are all those kind of characteristics that Hank was trying to build into like the automated man program. From what I can tell, and yeah, Lucy just can't take it. When she started talking, man, I was like, dude, like that scene was kind of gut wrenching. Like, how fucking horrible to be hooked up to that feeding tube for like 200 plus years. Jesus,
Right. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Voltek's some sick bastards, man. Like he,
They,
wow,
they they got some stuff going on there, man. And I will really quick on the the bear claw scene. Um, we kind of had the theory that maybe there was some kind of maybe agreement where they couldn't cross the line, and then you can kind of find out like that one thin like gate was the one thing keeping these monsters out, and that kind of left me a little disappointed. I'm like, really? So
yeah, I kind of thought there would be like a control aspect of the death clause by
right.
House, but House has obviously been off grid for a little bit. Like his modem needed to be restarted. Control Alt Delete, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that was a little disappointing, but yeah, like you said, uh, Lucy is still kind of always kind of put in this situation like, does everyone want me to kill them? Like she's constantly having to make these decisions, life death decisions, and from what it seems, she apparently does, grant her wish and gets what is it, like a crowbar or something, and then
Yeah.
you just see her, smash the head, and then she's still got to deal with Hank and that whole situation, trying to get him back home, and kind of goes from there.
Yeah, so I mean, so like I said, we're gonna close out Lucy's path real quick before we get to like the culmination of the ending. But what ends up happening is, if you guys remember the giant guy from the Legion that was about to staple punch the NCR guy in the Nugget multiple times, Hank's got Lucy like cornered, and yeah, so she is about to get a mind control device put on her by this guy forcibly, and Hank's going to take control and make her like his submissive little girl again, kind of thing. And yeah, and that was like really creepy, man. Like it's I don't know if you guys ever seen The Skeleton Key, but that movie will fuck your mind up at the end of that film because it's just like the ultimate form of torture, like trapped in your own
Mm.
mind kind of shit. But man, like what a horrible fucking like threat that's just coming at her. It was wild, man. And then yeah, we go to the ghoul, and the ghoul is in Mr. House's office. He's able to open up the vault that actually has the machine that's gonna power House back up for with the cold fusion reactor. So he slips that in there. And there's Justin Theroux, man, as Mr. House, comes back to life, and he's like, what does he say? He's like, good to see you, old chum. And just back in that, like I haven't really paid attention to his filmography before, but like he plays this character really fucking well, man. Like a charming yet really menacing and condescending prick. It's
Right.
it's he is an excellent villain, in my opinion. I hope we see him more in the further seasons. But yeah, he's going tit for tat with Mr. House, and House tries to pull a fast one and close the vault doors because he knows that's his vulnerability now.
Right.
And Coop's too quick, man. Shoves his new badass rifle into the gap, and the doors kind of close on it. He's like, "I'll kill us all, man." He asks him what it would do. He's like, "It might end the world," and he's like, "I'm prepared to do that." And like
Right.
Robert House knows Coop's not fucking around. So
Absolutely. And then, like I said, man, call his bluff if you want to. And a big part of, like I said, the scene with Hank and Lucy, the ghoul. The ghoul's the one that kind of stopped that cold turkey, so to speak.
yeah,
So he's still looking
shot in
out
the
for
ass.
Lucy, right? So he still kind of kept that. That never left his mind, even though they kind of separated, and the way they separated was kind of messed up. He's still like, hey, I'm still looking out for you, kind of thing. But I'm here to go see about my family. And you find out that his wife and daughter are not in the cryo. Um,
Yes.
and then you have the postcard that says what, Colorado or something like that.
Yep. It's in
Lewis in
Colorado.
Colorado.
And then she wrote on it, it's like, we should have gone to Colorado or something. Like she quotes back what he says to her in the past timeline in this episode.
Yeah,
Instead of
Jesus
going
says
to
he wants to see a Fallout land. It'd be cool, bro. It'd be cool. I don't know. I mean, somebody's got the money for it.
So fun fact
Not
is
us
that
here at Gears of War. I can tell you that much.
Amazon's doing a reality TV show, and they're putting people in vaults and stuff like that. So that is coming out. They
In
they announced
vaults.
that it come. Yeah, no fucking thank you,
That might
man.
be the near future, man. Listen,
Do you not watch the show? Like, why would you do the reality TV version of the show? Like, it's
I
like,
don't
oh
know.
man, there's a reality TV show based on The Purge. No, Fucking just bad ideas all around, right?
Oh,
Jesus.
and then we gotta talk. And I always forget about for some reason. It's like a backstory that just hasn't gone anywhere yet. But Norm, right? Norm and the junior execs meet their fate. Well, not Norm, but the junior execs meet their fate at the hands
They
of
yeah.
huge
All
cockroaches.
all of them.
Yeah, except for what, Claudia. I think he was able to
Did
rescue
I
Claudia or
thought she
something.
was dead. Did he pull her out? So
He
if
pulled her
he's
out.
okay, so he saved her. Okay, so I'll forgive that storyline because when all of them got smoked, I'm like, what was the entire purpose of Norm freeing all these idiots?
Right.
Like they didn't
It's
move the
another
storyline
storyline
along.
that doesn't go anywhere.
All we get is, the FEV kind of like breadcrumb trail left out, was it future evolution virus or something like that?
Yeah. I
En-
mean,
Enhanced evolution virus? I don't know. It's gonna make super mutants.
yeah. This episode was just
It's called the
I
fucking T
think
virus.
sometimes the show is a victim of its own success, and I think that's kind of where we are with Fallout right now. It's kind of a fast-paced. It needs to be a fast-paced show, but they're trying to slow it down because they've probably been greenlit for 4 seasons or something already, and it's kind of hard to do with something that you have a game to base it off of. So, if the game, let's say the game only has a certain amount of levels, so now you kind of have to make up ground, or you have to screenplay to where it actually fits into a storyline. So I think like this slow pace is kind of a result of them having to extend it a little further out. So we're not really
Mhm.
getting answers to stories where you probably would have closed out in season one or season two. You know what I mean? So we're having a constant build up, but there's been so far like no payoff. Like, what's the biggest scene that occurred in this episode? I'd probably say him realizing that his wife and child are not in the vault. That's
Yeah.
probably the biggest reveal of the season, to be honest.
So I will say the games are huge. Like they're I think
Right.
on average they're about 100 hours long a piece. Like they're massive. Like you can spend countless hours playing them. So I think they've got the material. And this, like I said, this takes place complementary to the game. So everything that happened in the games is supposed to have happened. The show is reflective as canon. So um, I'm gonna get my final thoughts in, but let's close out the episode real quick because we've
Hmm.
got the ghoul shoots Hank in the ass. Uh, geez, I'm drawing a blank. Sorry, Lucy actually attaches a mind control box to her dad to control him because she wants the truth. And she's not actually activating the device yet, but she's talking to him outside the Lucky 38 when the ghoul is had already kind of like mosey on down the street to complete the Western cliche, um, going towards Colorado. And what we have is Lucy's like getting it out information out of her dad, and he's telling her willingly, but like she doesn't know he's got a backup remote that can zap his own nugget. So what Hank is willing to tell her is that he loves her, and um, I think he's trying to spare her having to take on the agony of serving him justice by doing this like self memory wipe. But he does drop the tidbit that some of the what do they call them, automated men or uh, people with black boxes have already been pushed out into the wasteland. So they are executing phase 2 of the Enclave's mission. I guess, the biggest takeaway of the season is the hunch is the Enclave are the ones that drop the bombs, and they're the ultimate big bad of the entire series. Um, and then we have Maximus and Thaddeus making their final stand. Maximus is looking like a boss, man. He comes out of the armor because it's damaged beyond utilization. He's got a mobility kill. And he picks up like a fucking roulette table and like a pool cue, and he's gonna go out like a badass, man. And then you had
Yeah.
that pivotal scene that I know all the fans of the games probably like jumped for fucking joy when they saw that recreation. You have the NCR sniper that fires the Barrett, takes down the final death claw. So, and then like a platoon's worth of the NCR shows up with the outpost commander from previous in the season. And
Hmm.
then yeah, man, we see Lucy and Maximus unite in the upstairs in the roof of, or I'm sorry, the penthouse of Lucky 38. Mr. House is no longer present because the ghoul had him on that Pip Boy and he left him in the tunnel or in the vaults. And then yeah, so Maximus and them are holding hands and they're watching the Legion kind of encroach. So that's kind of where we end the show. There is the after credit scene. If I and if oh sorry, we didn't talk about the past timeline.
Hmm.
Um, do you want to take it?
Well, we got something I didn't see coming. Hank and Stephanie are actually
Yes.
married,
Yes.
right? So remember, Stephanie is the Canadian, the 200-year Canadian that's currently in charge of what we call a patch. Currently in charge of was the Vault 32. Is it Vault 32? One of
I
the
think
vaults, 31,
yeah,
32.
she's 32 and then the other lady is 33.
Right. So there's a connection there where I don't know how far back because we know, well, at least we thought we knew, that's not Lucy's mom. Like Lucy's mom is a different woman that's already
Yeah,
dead. So but it does seem like Hank and Stephanie have been together for quite some time. We already know that Stephanie's supposedly 200 years old. So it kind of leads me to, okay, where are we with that timeline in its entirety? What is that going to bring about? Like we have characters that have made appearances that we can't wait to see where it goes. Like, we had Ron Perlman's Mutant. We've had,
yeah.
Clancy
Super
Brown's
excited to see where that
President.
goes.
These are
Yes.
big names. Like you can't just tell me they just came in for one quick little, like cameo and then disappeared. So they
Yeah,
got to
don't
be
pull
going
a Gen
somewhere with
V.
it.
Don't pull a Gen V on me, man. Clancy Brown is too good of an actor in a villain role to just wipe him out in an episode. It's
Well,
so
when you're busy, man, hey man, I got two
yeah,
episodes
right.
for you, man. And I got to go do other things. So,
So the after yeah, so the past timeline we got that question answered. So the Canadian Patches marries Hank, shotgun wedding in Vegas. So she got herself in the vault. And then we also have the big takeaway is that all the phones were ringing when Coop and his wife and daughter were walking out in the Vegas airport. Mr.
right.
House picks up the phone,
Hmm.
or it's on the phone, and he's like, I just want you to know it wasn't me. And he's like, I'm not the one responsible. And
Hmm.
like he knows, like he was almost like he's kind of like looking out for Coop, and then Coop's taking the custody. And he tells his wife real quick, he's like, "Hey, put it all on me, blame it all on me, protect, indicating he wants her to protect their daughter Janie." So that might explain why in the pilot episode, he's destitute, divorced, and all that stuff. Like she has to live this lie in order to protect her daughter.
Yeah.
So
Because initially I thought it might have been her. I thought maybe initially she set him up. I'm like,
yeah,
oh no, but then
because
when he
up
did
until then,
reveal
we
that,
it looked in that direction, right? So I mean,
yeah,
like
so I'm like,
that
ooh,
was a pretty good. I will say that past timeline finally paid off in some regards, and I was excited to see that. But yeah, I okay. Like overall thoughts of the season, if we're good to talk. Oh, post credit scene. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the walls tonight.
hmm,
So we finally see a recap of the Brotherhood of Steel. So they've been duking it out in the Civil War when was it Crixus? The the
Crixus
the
from
the
Spartacus,
Oh yeah, the whatever. He starts
the
with a
old
C,
guy.
man. Yeah, the elder. Yeah, we'll call him that. So the elder receives a package from Maximus's battle buddy, and turns out it's blueprints for what is it? Liberty Prime Alpha. I think that's a giant like mech suit, kind of like a Pacific Rim kind of robot, or
Okay,
Voltron or Transformers. And I know that it's I did a little bit of digging on it, and it's a pretty huge boss in the game. So like that's a pretty interesting take.
okay. And see, that's what I'm saying. Some
Iron
people,
Giant,
the
great
people
comparison.
who know the game, I mean, I'm sure you're probably geeking out over some of this stuff. I'm looking at it like, what the fuck? Like I don't, I can't even claim to know what this means or what it's about. But I'm hoping season three is going to be balls to the wall because I think at this point we've done enough like walking, right? Like everybody's been walking for a long time. I need to get to where we're going, and
Yep.
let's get some really good. Because you have the budget for it. I mean, you guys are doing well. Let's get some big fight scenes. Let's get some. I mean, we did a Deathclaw scene, but give me something I can sink my teeth into. Give me that oh wow moment. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just something to kind of say, wow, man, that was crazy. I didn't see that coming, or like, oh, I can't believe they went there with that. Like, take some risk. I just feel like it kind of played it safe, if I could say it. Like, they played it safe. There was no really big, like, wow, I can't believe that person is gone. Like, you got to do that today. Like, you have to like kill off main characters. You have to, you know, set people off on tangents where you wouldn't expect, just to kind of, give you that shock moment. And this Fallout just not giving me a shock moment. It's good to watch. It's entertaining. Like I said, I think they've done well with the cinematography and all that. But it's just, I need something to kind of like sink my teeth into. And yeah,
Yeah. I would say that I tend to agree. Like Jesus is in the comments blowing us up because he's an expert at this stuff. I agree, man. Like there was no major like epic action set piece, kind of like the end of season one, where you had the NCR duking it out with the Brotherhood of Steel. Like that was a good solid ending for that season. I thought they did a really good job. I know they did a substantially large amount of world building in this, and I know that they probably expanded the horizons of like the villainy by introducing Mr. House, fracturing the Brotherhood of Steel. The Enclave is substantially larger presence now. Like we're moving those pieces towards bigger set pieces. But man, I was really hoping for something at the end of this season that was going to be like really like leave me like fuck yeah, let's go for the next one. And I'm just kind of like Production was awesome. Acting was great. I really enjoyed it. It just, like you said, man, didn't leave you with that wow moment that I was kind of hoping for.
Yeah, man, we're setting up for the war. Let's get to it, man. Let's deploy. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm trained. Let's go. Get
Yeah,
get
I do
that
have
ass
to.
in the fight. Boots on the ground.
Jesus brought up another good point too. I can understand the Civil War aspect, them chopping that out to focus on. Like, yeah, it sucks because that probably would have been a hell of an action set piece. But we're not invested in any of those characters, so I can understand them kind of moving away from that. I'm really kind of curious to see what Thaddeus is turning into. I know that Centaur has been throwing around a lot of theories on YouTube and stuff. Area 51, 100% agree with you, man. Like, you can't tell me there wasn't something else that you could explore there that would have added something really cool and unique to the story. I love the fact they grabbed the alien and kind of threw him out of the way like it was nothing.
Yeah, for a
But
fridge.
like they really, man, like I think you could have added some really cool story elements from Area 51.
Yeah, because you want to keep people invested, man. And then, because now you got to wait until next season. And if there's nothing that really keeps people coming back, it kind of becomes a forgotten show. I'm talking to you, Last of Us. Um, and also, I mean,
Fact.
it's difficult. It's difficult to maintain, especially now, man. There's so many shows coming out, so many things to kind of, grab your interest. And now I got to go back and watch season, one again to kind of get caught up. And I don't want to have to do all that. I think a lot of people don't, but that's a good and a bad thing about having that weekly slow, okay, next week now you wait a whole another week for another one to come out rather than just it's all out. You can stream the whole thing and that way you don't kind of lose that momentum. And like I said, it's a slow build. It's a slow build, and I think season three is going to make or break the show. Um, I feel no reason for them not to go balls to the wall on season three because at that point, if you go another slow season four and five you can forget about. So go balls to the wall. Put all your heart and soul into this next season, and then see what happens. If you do a great season, you're gonna automatically get season four, even if it's crap.
Yeah.
So
I would be interested to see like what the view like I know the companies protect viewer numbers traditionally, but like I would be interested to see if they had a bigger payout with season one dumping all at once versus, this one. Obviously your advertisement goes through the roof at 8 weeks, but I'm just kind of curious what your audience numbers look like,
all right,
especially with a slower season.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
just
man,
email
hey,
us.
I think we got a couple weeks break from doing TV, and then Paradise season two is coming on with Sterling K. Brown. I'm fucking excited to see where that goes. And April 19th
Yeah,
from season
yeah,
four.
man. Hey, listen, like I said, if you guys have some shows that you want us to check out, please let us know, man. Hit us up in the comments. Make some
Oh,
suggestions.
or movies,
We've been
man.
following Yellow Jackets from The Boys, so we have some things that are coming up. But like I said, if there's some movies that you guys really enjoy, you feel like would be good to talk about, let us know, man.
I feel like we're gonna have to do Gen V season two, man. If we're gonna do Boys season five, because I know it ties together. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Oh, there you go. Because we're
So,
human.
yeah, wah, wah, we have lives.
All right. Well, that's all I got, man. You got any alibi fire there?
Yeah, man. I hope Liam Neeson comes in too. I know he's like the main. He plays like your dad or something in Fallout 3. I'd love to see him cameo. I think he'd be great for the show.
Yeah, there's nothing bad about a Liam Neeson cameo.
Not a thing.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, that's all I got, people. So until next time, Thick Nick Fury out here.
Bad program out here, guys. Be good to each other. Yeah, definitely. NCR versus Legion. I hope it's great.